Potomac reunion with Andy Cohen saying, can we come to any resolution on this matter? To the Potomac women. And these women, from what I'm seeing of watching it, hate each other, not as much as the RHONJ women do, but almost. You have the Grand Dame, Karen Huger, on the damn stage, and she's the only one I feel that gets it. There's two people that get it, Candace Dillard and Karen Huger. Candace gets it because after the reunion, when you quit, I call bullshit. Bullshit. You didn't fucking quit. Okay. I'm not going to call her any specific blogger, but they know who they are. And to report that Robin Dixon got fired before the reunion is total bullshit. I have already said this. Nobody gets fired before the reunion. I think it's I mean, first of all, who cares about an exclusive? I consider me not first in anything. I'll be last. I'll give you my opinion. I don't need to break any fucking news. You know how much news I could break in my goddamn phone if I took every text from every housewife that texted me when this Bravocon? No, that's not my style. We're just talking about it here. Will Robin Dixon most likely be fired? Absolutely. Was she before the reunion? No. So Candace gets it because Candace Dillard, who's actually a very smart person, I've spoken to her one-on-one on this podcast, is like, if I quit after the reunion, everyone's going to think I was fired. And I'm trying to distance myself. I have singing, I have, acting. And anyway, I'm not so sure Candace wouldn't have even been fired because she's kind of backed herself into a corner. I think she's the most interesting housewife on the damn stage. But regardless, she actually quit. So she gets it. And Karen Huger's sitting up there and she sees that $500,000 paycheck slipping away. And she actually, if you watch the reunion over, was trying to get everybody to just come to some resolution. It's conflict resolution, conflict resolution. When you go to the reunion like an animal, Dorinda, New York City, Bluestone Manor, Medley, and you act like an actual animal, Lisa Rinna, and you end the reunion hating Tinsley more than you started, Dorinda, you lose your fucking job. Oh, excuse me, you're on pause. So Karen Huger gets it that you are all sitting up here and backing us into a corner where there's no coming back from, which is how Andy started. So Potomac, if everyone thinks that we're going to start filming right away because Karen got a DUI and that's going to be our new season, let's cameras roll right away to capture her DUI. Nobody cares. Andy looks bored beyond belief. Potomac, if it's coming back, and I use the word if, everyone acts so shocked. Have you ever heard of Real Housewives of Dallas? If it's coming back, it's a long time. And there ain't going to be no Robin. Candace is gone. I don't think the professor is coming back. NECA. I mean, what, we're going to reboot this series with Giselle and Ashley and the Grand Dame? That's the thing about me because you're all going to disagree. Y'all got your favorites. My favorites are none of them. I don't want to be friends with any of these people. Every single person I'm friends with who's a real housewife, current or past, is an organic friendship where I ain't looking up at nobody. It's even. Okay. That's the problem with most people that do what I do. They actually want to be friends with these people. And then it's like you're kissing up and it's a weird thing. So I got no favorites here. Yeah, do I like the Grand Dame better than Giselle? I do. I'm going to be honest with you. I do. But not so that I lose my objective opinion. So Potomac is, I don't even know. I don't think it's coming back anytime soon. I think we're going to be hearing about a pause. Atlanta? Oh, everyone's so positive for Atlanta. Now, again, I'm recording this a week in advance. Who knows? But I don't understand. Do you know that to record this show, I pulled up that when did Atlanta end? Because I would have said 5 months. 7 fucking months ago. September, Atlanta ended. I don't understand what the problem is. Candy's gone for her $2.8 million, which I think she's another one. I mean, did we have a conversation with her? Did she leave on her own? I think she left on her own, but Candy is gone. He saved $2.8 million. So that certainly helped the fucking franchise. That was the best thing that ever happened to Andy Cohen and the powers that be, because they love Andy loves Candy. I don't even know if she would have been fired, but it certainly freed up a bunch of money. So I don't understand. That happened months ago. The damn thing went off the air 7 months ago. Now we've made an announcement that a Porsha Gubadia is not coming back, but Porsha Williams is coming back. Although I think when she made the announcement, it was the exact opposite because it was before her divorce. So Porsha's coming back and is going through a divorce right now. Sounds pretty good to capture to me. Maybe they're secretly filming her. And Kenya, let's face it, is like the fucking star of the damn show. She's going to be back. I don't understand. I don't understand. You could smack Drew Sidora upside the head and she would still come back. So Sanya Richards-Ross is not coming back. We know that. Marlo's not coming back. What's the holdup? Something ain't right. Again, if you recast it and had all your newbies in place for 60,000 here and 60,000 there and blah, blah, blah. I mean, we got Porsha back and we have Kenya. And I mean, what's the problem? Is Drew in or out? And who are the newbies? Let's go, guys. It's not that hard. So something is going on with something is going on. Okay? Something is going on here with this Atlanta. It's not that 7 months, a year, and now we have to film it. It's going to be over a year before Atlanta is back on. They don't know what to do. They can't find the right cast. Miami. Jesus Christ. Miami is like, I've said before, I really think Alexia, Marisol, and Adriana are losing their jobs. I fucking love Adriana. She's been on this podcast. I have a soft spot for Adriana. I find her authentic. I know, at least in the beginning, for a fact, from a very reliable source, how much Adriana and Marisol were making as friends. And it was like a fucking peanut. Okay. So firing those two does nothing. Miami has 500,000. I know you get those skewed numbers of like the highest ratings ever for Miami in 1 point something. It's all relative. If you're looking at overnight ratings, Beverly Hills is at 1 something. Miami was at like the 4s or the 5s. If we're going to now skew it and factor in 2 weeks of playback, and we're going to use a statistic that Miami had 1.7, well, it's all relative. If that's the case, then Beverly Hills, you have to factor in the 2 weeks, probably had 3 million. So it's still all relative that the overnight numbers on Miami are not good. Firing Adriana and Marisol does nothing because they make peanuts. There's 3 very well-paid people on Miami. One is named Alexia. The other is named Larsa. The third is named Lisa. I'm sorry, Lisa Hochstein is very on brand for a housewife. She looks the part. You have Lenny. Now he's buying her a house or something in the divorce. I don't even think she loves Jody. I think it's like a rebound. Regardless, she's on point. She's on brand. She flies off the handle at a drop of a hat. Lisa ain't going nowhere. She's also the right age. Larsa, again, from someone that deals with the media and the press, no one cares about Miami. No one cares about Salt Lake. But when you're dealing with the real press, People Magazine and this and that, Larsa gets real press. Outside of the show, I don't care if you love her. I don't care if you hate her. Larsa is bigger than the show in the sense that she does draw. She does for Miami what Candy did for Atlanta. And Larsa is not going to be going anywhere. And by default, Alexia, I feel, is really nothing against her. She was on this show. I feel it's her time. She will greatly disagree with that. If you listen to interviews she does, she said it's her show.